Hi, good morning. My name is Sandra. I think you probably all are familiar with that, but I know this event was a couple weeks ago now, but there's been something pretty heavy on me that I felt like I really needed to speak about, and I trust that if you're watching this is a message that you need to hear. So I've had a few interesting conversations over the last month and a half or so since all of this chaos started, and with coaching clients as well as with family members and friends, of course. And it's interesting to hear the different perspectives of each of the people that are going through a very similar challenge, right? It's interesting to watch different people move through a similar situation and notice the unique ways that certain people cope and manage in a time of challenge. So, but one of the things that has really hit me as far as being an important piece for us all right now is self-care. So in any kind of difficult situation, but really on a day-to-day basis, whether it's our normal lives or when we're being challenged, looking after ourselves is the highest priority. So often we see self-care as a luxury, as something that we do when we have time, something that we do when we have money. We say like, oh, I'm gonna go and do this next week, or next month I'm going for this and it's gonna be so lovely, right? So we're just, we're grasping and waiting until that month comes so we can finally do something for ourselves. Meanwhile, we're struggling for the remainder of the time. We need to see self-care as a priority, as a piece of our total health and wellness management on a day-to-day basis. It needs to be a priority. Self-care does not have to be something that costs a lot of money, that involves having to go outside of the home. We can do things for ourselves that cost nothing, and we can do them every single day, and they can take very little time. What self-care is for you is going to be different than what self-care is for me or for your friends and your neighbors and your colleagues. There probably is some similarities because very common trends will emerge in when we're talking about things that make you feel good inside. But we need to be, particularly at a time like this, focused on filling our life with activities that bring a smile to our face, activities that fill us up with all the feelings of joy, expansion, and lightness, where you just feel like the weight of everything has melted off of you, where you're smiling and you're laughing and you're excited and you're just really enjoying that moment or that activity that you're doing. So one thing that I encourage my clients to do is to create a self-care list, because I can't dictate to you what's gonna make you feel good. I can tell you what makes me feel good, but that might not resonate with you. And so creating a list of activities or things that you can pull from that will bring you some joy, that will bring you some peace, that will bring you some amount of fulfillment inside of yourself, that you can grab from that list every single day to fill yourself up. Self-care not only makes you feel good for that moment, it allows you to be more full inside, and more whole inside. When we are looking after ourselves and showing ourselves attention and love, it trickles into every area of our life, and it also impacts other people in our lives. We are much better servants to the people that we love. We are much better caregivers. We are much better employees, mothers, wives. Every aspect of our life where we play a role, we can give more when we are filled up, when we are whole inside. And that involves us treating ourselves with the love and respect that we deserve, and making care for ourselves, self-care, a priority. When we do these things as well, it sends this huge, rippling, beautiful, vibrational, energetic effect to our body that raises us up. It makes us feel good, and it makes us feel good for the rest of the day. It sets the tone for your day. It sets the tone for your week and for your life. When you can focus your attention on you, even if it's for just a small chunk of time, and then you're off looking after the kids, you're making meals, you're working, you're taking care of all of the chores around the house, or whatever your life entails that you're choosing to have in your life. We need to also choose to look after ourselves, and just trust me that it has such a huge ripple effect into everything that you do. So when I think about self-care, my list includes some things. I want to share with you, just to give you an idea of some free things that I pull from my list every single day. So when I first made my list, it actually took me some time to come up with some things, because it had been so long since I'd done anything for myself, since I'd ever even considered doing things for myself, that I had forgotten things that I really enjoyed. But once I came up with that list, and once it started flowing, and once I started doing it, I realized the things that really make me feel good inside, and how big of an impact it has on the rest of my life. And now I make a dedicated effort every single day. I do not miss a day. You can't miss a day. If you do, don't beat yourself up, because you have this one really lucky thing, is the gift of another day to try again. So if you miss a day, don't beat yourself up, but try to do it every single day. Make that commitment to yourself and show up for yourself. You deserve it. You deserve this every single day of your life, not just during this crazy, chaotic, challenging time in your life, every day, because eventually this period of time is going to pass. And we will create a new normal, however that looks. We have no real control over what that's going to look like, and we can't predict it. So however it turns out, what our new normal becomes, we can take this pattern, this behavior of looking after ourselves, and carry it forward, because it will light the way for you in any direction that you choose to go, in any direction that your new normal takes you. If you're leading with a full heart, feeling whole inside, and loving and trusting yourself, then your destination, your normal, is limitless. You have the unlimited potential to create anything you want when you're coming from a place of love. When you feel good inside, everything around you changes. So again, I made this list. I pull from it every day. My common ones that I take every day now are some form of meditation. I've done some guided meditations. I'll just choose, 5 minutes to sit quietly by myself with my eyes closed and just allow myself to go wherever I need to go. I've used mantra, silent and out loud. Singing meditations are absolutely beautiful. Kundalini meditations are my power jam. That's what I love to do. The vibration of singing creates a peace inside of you that is unlike any other meditation I've experienced. You can also do that mantra, like I said, quietly inside. And if you've never done meditation before, now is the time to start. It is going to be one of the most powerful things you can do to help you cope during this time. And if you're not sure where to start, please just don't even hesitate. Send me a message and ask me how to start, because I would love to share with you. The other thing I take from my list every day is yoga. Yoga is the physical activity that I choose for myself. I choose Kundalini yoga most days because it's a much more active, full body workout. It gets all of your energy moving throughout your body. It's the yoga of potential. It is the yoga of unleashing all the blockages and all of the stagnant, blocked energy that you have inside of you that has just been sitting and lying dormant for so long. It opens up all the channels and allows energy to move through you like you wouldn't even believe. So I choose that just about every day because of the profound impact it has on my life. I also choose things like reading a book. I choose things like going for a walk. I choose things like putting my phone away for an hour or 2 hours, putting it upstairs where I don't have to hear it or look at it, and I can sit and play a game and read stories with my kids where I'm undistracted. I choose phoning my mom. She is my person, the person that I go to, my best friend. So whoever your best friend is, that's somebody that should bring you some amount of joy and love inside of you. You can also do things like creating rituals, right? So like maybe for dinner time, it's setting the table nicely, lighting a candle, putting some effort into things, listening to music while you're cleaning, dancing. Dancing is huge. Dancing raises your energy and your vibrations so dramatically. And if you sing while you're dancing, like blow the roof off, you will feel amazing. So, I mean, those are some of the things that I have on my list. I don't have it in front of me right now, but those are the things I choose on a daily basis. Pretty much one of those things anyways, and sometimes more than one. And sometimes when I feel like I'm really depleted and I need more, then I give myself more, because the more you become in tune with yourself and you recognize when your body is needing something, when your soul is needing something, when you need some replenishment, some refilling, you need to give that. Because if you're already feeling and you're recognizing signs that you're becoming depleted, you're becoming overwhelmed, and you don't do anything about it, what's going to happen? It doesn't just magically fill up again. You're going to go lower and lower and lower. And you're going to notice things like you're irritable with everybody around you. You're tired all the time because you just don't want to deal with life. You want to just snuggle under the blankets and just, wake me up when it's over. Your mood is dramatically affected when you are not feeling good inside. So this is not being selfish. This is not, feeling like you deserve something that other people don't. Every single person needs to look after themselves at the top priority as the number one thing. Another really important thing I want to mention is practicing presence. So much, particularly in this time right now, when people are feeling scared and they're feeling anxious and they're not sure, what's going to happen, how is this going to unfold, what's going to be the changes, what's going to be our new normal. There's so much uncertainty that we feel like this is a new thing, right? We feel like, we've never dealt with this level of uncertainty before. But in fact, you deal with it every day. This has just sent this profound shock to you and made you really aware of how uncertain things are. So we've been able to just kind of, ignore the subtle changes that happen to us on a regular basis. But now we can't ignore it. It's been thrown in our face. We are being forced to change. We are being forced to do things that are making us uncomfortable. We're being forced into a place where we need to be quiet and still with ourselves. And this is surfacing everything that you've been hiding from for years. all of those stuffed away emotions and negative patterns and beliefs are coming to the surface all at once. And it is extremely scary, it is extremely painful, and it can lead to some very detrimental behaviors on your part, on everyone's part. This can include things like alcohol, overdoing it on the alcohol, because it provides this numbing effect. It numbs the pain that is beneath all of the stuff we've been hiding from. So we turn to substances like alcohol, like drugs, and like food to try to hide, because right now we're not able to hide. We, in the past, have hid with busy. We have hid with this crazy lifestyle where we're coming and going and we have a million things on the go, and we're able to keep ourselves busy so that we don't have to look at the stuff that's beneath, that is crying to be looked at and crying to be healed. Right now, all of that busy has been taken away, and we're being forced to sit in our homes and deal with the stuff that's beneath. And so for some of us, this is very difficult. This is very painful. Even for some of us who have been working on this for a period of time, it's still difficult because it's bringing it all to the surface. So if you've never looked at any of your painful wounds, this is going to be a very challenging time for you. Practicing presence is about not living in the future and not living in the past. It's not dwelling on the way it used to be, not clinging to pieces of the past that you wish you could still have back. It's not holding tight to parts of your identity that weren't serving you anyways. It's about letting go. Being in the present is about letting go of the past. It's also about not living in the future, right? We can't predict and control what's going to happen or how this is going to unfold. We can dream about it, we can imagine how we want it to be, but don't obsess and worry about all of the little details that you have absolutely no control over. When we live in the future, we miss what's happening right now. When we're stressing about the future, we miss everything that's happening right in front of your face. The present moment is where your life is happening, where your body and your mind are sending you continual signals all day, every day, where your life is happening, where your family and the people that you love is in the present moment. So practicing presence is a huge thing that you can bring into your daily life to help you manage the anxiety that you might be feeling and the fear that you might be facing. Be in the present moment and allow. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to grieve, to move through all of these difficult emotions that are surfacing. It's going to be hard, but if you don't allow it, they're not going anywhere. They're just gonna stay inside and they're gonna get louder and louder and louder. So start paying attention to it and allow yourself to feel it. Meditation, again, is one of the best ways to help you connect with inside and help you return to a seat of consciousness where you can allow things to just evolve without the worry and the stress and the anxiety. Journaling is another tool that you can incorporate that will really help you deal with some of the fear and the pain that is surfacing for you, some of the worry and the uncertainty and the anxiety that is coming about what this is going to turn into, what your life is going to look like. So that was a lot, but I could probably talk for a lot longer, but what I want to do actually is to invite you, if you've watched till the end of this video, I want to invite you to schedule a call with me. If you're struggling right now, one of the best things you can do for yourself, in addition to a lot of those things that I mentioned, is to get support. To get support with somebody who has been through change, somebody who has figured out some of the tools, figured out how to manage, somebody who understands what it is to listen to yourself and to rebuild your self-love and self-trust, somebody who will walk beside you and will always be in your corner to help you, to help guide you in whatever direction you want to take, to help you unfold and unravel all of the layers that are coming to the surface and help you cope with them in a healthy way, so that you're not turning to some of those behaviors that are not serving you and are going to have detrimental effects to your body and your mind. Right now, we are in a time where there is huge risk for people to develop severe anxiety and depression. And those two illnesses are things that really hit true in my heart. And it makes me feel afraid knowing the amount of people out there who are so afraid right now and who are going to be struggling with this for such a long time. Now is the time. Don't wait till it gets really bad. Don't wait for months or years to get help. Now is the time. If you're struggling, reach out. There are people like me who are here to help and who want to help. So if you have any questions for me, or if you'd like to book a call with me, it's completely free. There's no obligation. I will share with you about the services that I offer and about how I can help and how I can be a guide for you as you move through this difficult time, looking toward the future and what it is that you want things to turn into for you, what you want your life to look like. I'd be happy to have that conversation with you. And if that sounds like something you want to do, don't hesitate. Just click the button, book the call. Nothing bad is going to come of it. In fact, only good can come from you accessing help and support that's here for you. If you've watched this entire video and listened to me talk for this amount of time, something is speaking to you. Don't ignore it. Now is the time. So I sincerely hope I hear from you all. If you're struggling and you're still here watching, I'm here for you. All you have to do is click that button and book a call with me. I wish you nothing but the best. I want nothing but the best. Love and peace for you all. Thank you.